patience I want to mention especially. Right now I want to talk about patience and prudence. And the reason I want to bring up patience, especially for the newer people who joined in session 7, that's what we're in, right? 7, is the patience. Because we old timers know that this is a journey, a lifelong journey. And that 1 pound is good, that 2 pounds is good. And there are going to be weeks when you have that time, or it's a wedding, or it's a birthday, or it's something really important, or you're on vacation. You can't base your whole weight loss journey on 1 week. You say, well, you know, I was sick, I was this, now I'm back in the saddle. Even if you've lost weight and gained it back, what are your choices? You can either start the journey again or give up and weigh 300 pounds. So I always say, be patient with yourself. A prudent person foresees the danger ahead and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. Did Ellen write that? No, it's in the Bible, Proverbs 22:3. And the reason I mentioned that is because I've talked a lot about insanity. And Albert Einstein's quote is, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If we eat the same things week after week and we don't lose any weight, and you sit there and go, there's a problem, we need to just open our eyes. We need to take planning, thinking, prudence, and really gather the facts. Facts are looking at that outcome. Who would have thought? How many of you are taking something every day that you never even looked at the package? Maybe you're on a certain medication and you didn't realize how that could maybe be hurting you or hurting your weight loss efforts. Talk about it with your doctor. Maybe there's alternative medications. And here's something else that's important. Just because you're doing all the right things doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Now, did you hear what I just said? Just because you're doing all the right things doesn't mean you're going to be successful. And let me tell you why. Your body could go into a plateau. People come in here and they say, this is not right, Ellen. It's not right. This isn't the kind of week I had. And you know what? I can relate to that. And a lot of times, and I said this to Bob this week, I was reading this about God's timing. I did great. I lost weight. Like, it was easy. I'll say the E word. I ate less, I moved more, I asked God to help me. 338, boom, down to 202. Easy. Every week I lost weight, every other week I was getting an award, easy. For the past year and a half, going on a year and a half and 2 months and 10 days, I have had a very difficult time. And have I not tried hard? Have I not worked hard? No, I've done all those things. And I had an epiphany. I said, you know what, Bob? I think that if I would have kept going on and I got down to my goal weight, let's say 165, which is my dream weight, but 180 I'd be happy with, I think I might have quit PO. I might have said, you know what? I'm at my goal weight. This is too much work. This is too much work. I got a full-time job. But I think God said, you know what? I don't want Ellen to quit PO. I want her to help other people. That's what she said she was going to do. And I think it slowed down, and I've learned so much about myself, about others, that I'm grateful. For the first time ever, I thanked God for my plateau this week, because I think He was saying to me, you haven't learned all the lessons you need to learn, girlfriend. You haven't understand all the whys. You haven't talked about the cardinal virtues. You haven't talked about this. There's a whole plethora of topics that these core group of people that you love, need to hear about. So, how's that for patience, prudence, and God's timing? Because if we don't learn our lesson, there's someone I know, and they had to take care of someone who wasn't very well. And they complained, and they moaned, and they weren't a very good caretaker. And then this person, unfortunately, passed away. Then there's someone else in their family had a sudden illness, and they had to take care of them. And they moaned, and they groaned, and they weren't a very good caretaker. Then the third person. And I wanted so desperately to say to this person, you think God's trying to teach us something here? Maybe he's trying to say, I want you to learn how to be a good caregiver. I want you to learn how to be generous and kind and loving. I didn't say those things. And I think sometimes, should I? Should I say those things? Is it my place? I'm having a hard enough time telling people not to eat pizza and exercise. Can I go that far? But here's the point I'm trying to make. God uses things to bring something out of you that needs to come out and stay out. If you don't learn your lesson, you're going to have another chance to learn it. And if you don't learn it this time, you're going to have another chance to learn it again, because he's got a plan for us. And relate that to our weight loss journey. Is this the first diet some of us have ever been on? I don't think so. Maybe we can learn that lesson now. And there's some Bible verses here, and this is my favorite one. And let us not lose heart and grow weary and faint in acting nobly and doing right. For in due time and at the appointed season we shall reap, if we do not loosen and relax our courage and faint. I really think that we just have to persevere, patience, prudence, and then the next one. I don't have the patience to lose weight. Now. There's some good art. It's a good article. I'm going to let you read it at home. But it talked about a guy in Brazil who didn't get his steak in time. So he shot the waiter in the foot and stabbed his wife in the eye with a sausage, knocked her unconscious with his dinner plate, and he was in prison for 18 months because he was impatient about getting a steak. How many road rages are there because you want to get faster? This person's not moving, or they're not going down Velasco Road with blinding snow fast enough. We can relate this now to our weight loss. Because when we gain weight, we throw fits. Oh, I'm such a loser. I'm so fat. I'm so stupid. I've had a bad week. I'm this. I'm that. We want things now. And what's interesting about this is my mother has no debt. None. She never did. We grew up dirt poor, and when my father got a job, if we wanted something, we paid cash for it. If there was something big, she put it on layaway, made payments. She has no credit cards. She owes no one anything. We live in a society, we want a big screen TV, give me that Platinum MasterCard, boom! We want this, well, where it happened to the old school of, you got the money for that? I don't even think people use money anymore. I was in line in the cafeteria because my throat was sore and I wanted to get a cup of decaf coffee, and the person ahead of me had a 50-cent item, and they pulled out the credit card. They did not have 50 cents on them. I was like, what? I felt like giving them the 50 cents. But anyway, we have to be patient with our weight loss. Then here's what we do. I'm never going to eat anything bad ever again. I'm definitely going to change completely tomorrow. I'm going to be perfect. I'm not going to have pizza. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to exercise 20 miles every day. And then you don't do it. And you go, okay, well, I didn't do it, so I give up. Small changes over time. And I love these. Avoid the junk. Eat more natural foods. Is this anything anyone never heard before? We just have to do it. I like this. Difficult is looking for a size 24 bikini. Difficult is carrying an extra 60 pounds around on your body. So it gives you some tips on finding something. All right, Bob, I'm going to stop you right there.